Hey guys, what's up? My name is Rachel and welcome back to my channel, The Reading Honor 7. So today I'm going to be talking about the series I need to finish. I have a serious problem with starting series and never finishing them. So today I'm going to talk about my problem and hopefully this will motivate me to fix my problem. So let's just go ahead and get into it. First one I'm going to talk about is the Kingdom Keepers series by Ridley Pearson. I read this forever ago and I've actually started a reread because it's been so long and I want to finish the series. When I originally read the series, they weren't all out. And so I only read up to book 4, which is ironic because that's all I own right now. And so I really need to get a move on. There are 7 books in this series. It's a super cute series about some Disney interactive host, and that's actually kids that went through like video game, when video games are made and they wear like the green suits and capture their movements. Well, that's kind of what DHIs are, except for they are guides for the Disney parks. And so these 5 kids end up waking up in their guide bodies at night, and they have to stop the evil overtakers from basically destroying Disney and everything that we love about Disney. So there's 7 books in the series, and I've only read 4, and it's such a good series. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just need to get on it. I'm really frustrated with myself. I always give these books 5 out of 5 stars, so why haven't I finished? It's because I have a problem. The second series that I need to finish is The Passenger Duology by Alexander Bracken. Read this one when it first came out, maybe like a couple months after it came out. I really enjoyed it. The world was really cool. Very captivating, a very unique story type. And we've had Wayfarer for almost a year, and neither of us have read it. And so we both need to fix this problem. But yeah, so this is about a girl named Etta, and she finds out that she can actually travel through time. And so it's all about that. And somebody wants her for her mother, I'm pretty sure, yes. Something her mother has that allows people to like time travel easier. It's been a while, so I'm a little fuzzy on the specifics, but that's kind of the general idea. I did really enjoy the story, and I really just need to get on it. So, oh, and there's actually a really nice romance in these. So if you like romance as a subplot, this is definitely for you. It's kind of insta-lovey, but at the same time not. So yes, definitely this became a recommendation. I need to finish this series. I don't know what's wrong with me, and you, if you haven't, need to start it. Okay. The next one I'm going to talk about is The Ludo Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. This is the first book. The first book in the series is Cinder, and it has 4 books and then a couple collections of novellas. One that kind of is set after the series ends, and one that's about one of the characters in the series. But I'm not really counting those as part of the series. I'll probably just read the 4 main ones. Even though we own one of the collections, it's just not really on my list. But the books are Cinder, Scarlet, I was about to say Cress, but that's the 3rd one, Cress, and then Winter. I've read the first 3 and really enjoyed them. I think I gave Cinder and Scarlet 5 stars and Cress 4, so I really just need to go read Winter. It's sitting right over there. I don't know why I haven't. I just get distracted by new shinier books. But these are kind of, they're sci-fi retellings of fairy tales, basically. They all kind of center around, their companion novels, but they all kind of center around Cinder. She kind of gets everything rolling for us in the first book, and she is actually a cyborg, and that's what definitely makes it sci-fi. And she actually loses her foot, not her shoe. So, yeah, these are really fun. I mean, I've given them great ratings. I don't know why I haven't done it. I just need to do it. The next series that I need to finish, I'm not sure if this is actually all published yet. It might still be in progress. I feel like it's more than a trilogy. Right now it's only a trilogy. And that is the Firebird series by Claudia Gray. Funny story about this, actually. I got rid of my copy because it was really bent up, and then I went and bought another one. Along with the sequel, so I made progress. But I have not read any further than this one. The first book is 1,000 Pieces of You, and it's about Marguerite, and she kind of travels between like dimensions, which is really confusing, and it's hard to explain, but it's really good. It's kind of like it's definitely a sci-fi. But yeah, they're really good, and they just have stunning covers. I love these covers. The next one is one that I get a lot of grief about from my sister, and that is the Vampire Academy series by Rochelle Mead. I've read all of them but the last book. And there are 6 books in the series. So I've invested so much time, and we both own a copy of the 6th one. And I haven't read it, so I don't really know what's wrong with me. These are like the only vampire books that intrigue me at all anymore, so there's that too. But it's about our main character, Rose, and her best friend, Lissa. That's how I like to pronounce it. But Lissa is royalty, and she's actually a different race than Rose. There's like 3 different races in this book. There's Strigoi, which are kind of the bad vampires. Moroi? I don't know how you say that. But I pronounce it Moroi. That are kind of like the good vampires, which is what Lissa is. And then you have the Dhampirs, which are kind of like the protectors of the Moroi, and they kind of like fight the bad guys, which are the Strigoi. So, Rose is a Dhampir, and her job is to protect Lissa, or she feels like it's her job to protect Lissa, even though in the beginning it's not actually her job. She just kind of does it anyway. There's some really heated romances in these novels, like, wow. Russian Bodyguard, that's all I should say. Anyway, so I don't know why I haven't, because the last one kind of left off on a cliffhanger too. And so, like, I've just been, like, dealing with this cliffhanger, not knowing how it resolves, and I could just so easily pick up the book and resolve, so I really need to finish this. This is, like, after I finish my Reading Quest TBR, this should be on the top of my list. I don't know if it will be, but it should be. So, future Rachel, when you rewatch this, remember that. This should be next. Okay, I have 2 more. And this one, like, I can't believe this, because I've had it for almost a year, and I loved the first one. But it's the Black Widow duology, I believe, by Margaret Stohl. I don't think she's coming out with another one, so I think it's just the duology. I have both of these, and they're both signed and, like, personalized to me, so, like, I did want to read it, and so I don't know why I haven't. I mean, they're not very hard to read. But anyway, this is about Natasha Romanoff, and she's kind of, it's really hard to explain. It's extremely hard to explain, actually. But this kind of dives into her past and deals with the Red Room a little bit, and she meets a girl who's been through the Red Room, and she kind of takes her under her wing and kind of trains her a little bit. But for a while, it's mainly she has to find this girl. So it's very, very hard to explain, clearly. Anyway, it's a really good book, so I need to just read the sequel. I don't know why I haven't, but I definitely should. And the last one I have to finish, I feel like if Jesse the Reader ever watched this, he would be deeply ashamed of me. And that should tell you what it is, if you know who that is. The Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series by Ransom Riggs. I have read the first book, and it was really good. It was very intriguing. And it left, kind of, sort of on a cliffhanger. Not like a big one, but, like, you don't know what's going to happen next. So this is about Jake. What's his last name?
Portman.
Thank you. This is about Jake Portman, and his grandfather dies at the beginning of the novel, and he kind of goes off on this journey to kind of discover more of his grandfather's past and kind of see if the stories that his grandfather told him growing up are true. And so he goes to this island with his dad, kind of tricks his dad into taking him to this island, and meets Miss Peregrine and her home for peculiar children, and it just kind of takes off from there. Jake kind of helps these peculiar children kind of stay alive, basically. Some very bad people are after them, and especially Miss Peregrine, who protects them. And so, yes, it's like a paranormal almost, but not like scary paranormal. I don't really know how to describe what genre this would be. But it's very, very intriguing, a very different concept, something I never really read before, and that's kind of what intrigued me the most. So I really just need to finish it. I don't know why I haven't. I feel very ashamed of myself in this video. There's really no excuse for most of these, because I own most of these. So, I'm just a bad reader. That's all there is to it. So anyway, that's it for this list. I had some other ones that I just started that I want to finish the series eventually that I was like, do I count that? Do I not? But I'm not even like 100 pages into either of these.
Just do it.
Tack them on here as honorable mentions because I have started the series and I know I do want to continue it. So that's the Court of Thorns and Roses series, trilogy. I think it's a trilogy. It's finished. So it's a trilogy by Sarah J. Maas. I don't want to read the Throne of Glass series. Sorry, but I am intrigued by her other series, and I've already started A Court of Thorns and Roses for the Reading Quest, and I'm close to 100 pages in, and it's really good. I definitely see that she's improved as a writer, so I'm interested in finishing the series, and I own the whole trilogy. Well, my sister owns the whole trilogy, and I have access to that, so I do plan to continue the series. The other one that I'm reading is the Illuminae Files series by J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. I almost combined their names again. That's the second time in a video I've almost done that. But I'm sure you guys know what the Illuminae Files is at this point. I've basically been shamed for not reading it yet, so I'm sure you know what it is. But we have the first 2 books in the series, and the third one comes out sometime next year, I believe. I'm about 100 pages into that one, too, also for the reading quest, and it's super intriguing. I love the multi-format. The humor is killing me, and I'm not even 100 pages in, so I'm super excited to see the personalities of the characters develop. Even though they're not, I'm getting the vibe that it's more of a companion series than an actual, like, chronological following of the characters in the first one. I'm still super excited to see where the series goes, and I already can tell that Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman have really good writing together, so I'm excited to see their other characters and if they're as funny as these 2 characters. So, those are kind of, like, honorable mentions because I haven't finished the first book, but I do plan to continue the series because I'm really enjoying the first book. So, yeah. Well, that's it for today. That's all I have. I'm sure there are more. Actually, I can think of more off the top of my head right now, but those are the immediate ones I want to get to. You can't even see this. I don't know why I'm doing this. So yeah, so be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and to subscribe if you want to watch more. And Hermione didn't move. Shoot. Ignore the Hermione thing. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.